Hello guys, welcome to the introduction to the scenario that is called Green Eyed Boy. This is the introduction for us to start playing this game. So I'm not going to go into to further details. So first of all, I'm going to explain you the house and the divisions of the house. So as you remember, the previous the story so far was like that you and some friends were in a car for some vacations, and you had a crash, an accident, and you saw this boy, and then you saw this mansion, and you decided to come in and see if you could find some help here. So basically, so this is the where you are starting. As you can see, this is the foyer room. Over here I'm going to try to follow a specific pattern, not jumping from places where you actually cannot go. So this area here, it's the gallery. Here you have the gallery, which is this area here, and here you have the code room. Over here you have dining room. Over here you have the kitchen and the kitchen storage, so you cannot pass here, so I keep going this way. Over here you have the bathroom too. Here you have the library, and here you have the study, and that's it. You cannot pass from this division to this side. So on this side here you have the hallway. Actually, this whole corridor, it's a hallway, like hallway 3, hallway 4. This is the corner hallway 2. This is a corner hallway 1, and the hallway 2. So basically this is like a big hallway. Over here you have the master bedroom. Over here you have the laboratory, and here you have the operating room and the freezer. Over here you have bathroom 1, and here this is the secret passage, and this is the nursery. So I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, you can see here. Over here you have the attic stairs and the attic loft, and this is the attic storage, the tower stairs, and finally the tower room. So over there is where I'm going to place the characters. You guys still need to pick 2 more of you. I placed the skill points on you, so, and all the cards, like it's more for so we can keep up with things. I've picked 4 random classes. It doesn't mean that this is going to be your characters, but just pick them to show this introduction here. And down here I'll have my story decisions, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here I have, this is the keeper cards. It's going to be the keeper cards. I'm going to read and show you closer. I hope you can see it. This is command minium. I'm not sure if you can see it. Alright. Come on, zoom. Anyway, this zoom was broken. You can thank my friend George. So I'm going to read you anyway. So as an action, I can move a monster up to 2 spaces. You may only use this card once per monster each game round. Okay, so this is the command minium. The evil presence. As an action, I can draw 1 mythos card and 1 trauma card. If this was your first action this game round, you may end your action step to gain 1 threat. So basically, if this is my only action, I can take cards without any cost. This is the famous uncontrollable urges. I say famous because this is a controversial card. So as an action, you can choose an investigator. You may then move him to an adjacent space or force him to resolve an action from one of his spell, equipment, artifact, or tome cards. You make all the requirement choices and may only use this card once on each investigator, each turn, I mean. So it's quite controversial, this card, but it's not that powerful. And finally, Witchcraft. At the start of your turn, discard all witches from play, and then as an action you may discard one mythos or trauma card to gain one threat. Then choose an investigator. He tests his willpower -2. If he fails, place a witch in his space. So basically this is Witchcraft. I don't know if like this top part here, it says like at the start of your turn discard all witches from play. I don't know if this happens only if I triggers this card, or if at the beginning of my turn like all the witches suddenly just vanishes and a new one pops up with whatever. Like if I spend threat to play this card, one pops up. If I don't, like all witches just vanishes. I'm not sure if like I'm reading okay this card. It makes sense for me that this only happens if I pay the cost of the threat to play it. Anyway, you give me your opinion about this. So over here I'll place my threat. Over here I'll place my cards. I start with one mythos card. I'll place mythos and trauma cards. I'll place them here. Over here is the event cards, and then we have here the objective card. This is the piles of mythos and trauma. This is the combat piles over there, and over there it's the box where I keep my stuff. So I'm going to suggest you, if you agree, that since we are not playing together and like physically together, and sometimes the last second change of action can turn into a win or a lose, I was going to suggest, instead of gaining 4 threat per round, because there are 4 investigators, I get like 3 threat per round, which will try to balance things a little bit more. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know about this idea. I'm up for it. Just with 3 threat, I don't mind at all. I think it's more balanced this way. So with this scenario, you have to basically I've written some suggestions before deciding this scenario, and this can work quite good or really bad. So I suggest you guys pay really attention to the story and to the clues and everything, otherwise this can end really quickly. So what else more? When you post your comments about like each turn, I'm going to record the movie. Every time that you play a turn, you try to cover as much as your options as possible. Let's say you have your character here, for example, and it's your turn, and you want to explore this room, but you are not sure what you're going to find here, and if you are able to explore it or not. So you can just say that, okay, I'm going to try to go into the room with one movement, then explore the room, and use my last movement action to move here, if it's possible. If it is not possible to go into the room, I'll go like 1-2 steps, and then I explore this room, for example. Or like try to cover as many situations as possible, like from the first one to the last one, and so we don't lose too much time in details and like we have to stop and things. Also have a plan for the puzzles and everything, but when they come up, when they show into the game, I'll try to tell you the plan, and we try to solve how things work better. If you have any suggestions, please let me know about it. So that's it. I'm going to read you the story, the prologue I mean, from this story, and we are ready to kickstart. So the Green-Eyed Boy. So prologue. You finally reach the front door as the sun vanishes beneath the horizon. You clear your throat and knock on a large oak door. The knock echoes like thunder into the mansion. Footsteps approach, and a finely dressed gentleman answers the door. "May I help you?" drawls the butler. "Oh, hello. We have been in an accident, and my car is totaled. I was wondering if I could use your phone." And he says, "Of course, please come in." His voice croaks as he graciously holds the door open for you. And then, according with my choice here, yeah, so, and he says, "The family is just sitting down for their dinner, but if you make yourself comfortable here, I'll be right back." He exits into the gallery. You stand in the impressive foyer for 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 30. You impatiently decide that you have been waiting long enough, and you go to find the butler. So this is the prologue. After this, it's your move, guys. So I'm waiting for mainly your opinions about what I said here about the thread and like how this thing will go on. And if you have any other suggestions, just let me know. Also, well, like I said, try to cover as many situations as possible. Use the map I sent, the file map I sent you, to understand. Like, I'm not sure if you can actually see the divisions of the rooms. So if you can't use the map, take in consideration that this scenario have taken, since the Fantasy Flight games have printed it, the first edition, they have rebuilt it several times and make some corrections because it had some bugs on it. So basically I think it might work okay now, I'm not sure. So I'm going to give a shot with you guys. So that's it. I'm waiting for your answers now and your actions after this. Have fun, guys.